I really highly encourage you to listen to this message because I was just sitting on the way home and I was thinking about the story of the prodigal son. And I think a lot of times we preach this message based off of when someone has never found the Lord before and they're, finding Lord for the first time and they're like a prodigal coming to the Lord. But people don't realize that this story also can be preached as from someone that has known the Lord, has been saved before, has had a relationship with the Lord, and has fallen short and left the Lord and abandoned him, and they can be a prodigal that comes home too. I think we don't think about this story. It is Jesus depicting a picture of him as the Father, and he gives this inheritance to his sons, his two sons. One stays in the house, has been faithful, and one leaves with his inheritance and just spends it all. But when you think about who God is a God who gives inheritance to his children, to his sons and daughters. And so people that are saved, they become a child of God. And so this picture depicts a father that has sons that grew up in his household. It's not just like a father that just has a newborn baby and it's a son and he just leaves. No, these are people that grew up in the house. Grew up in the Father's house, has known the Lord intimately. This is the picture of the prodigal son. These sons grew up in this house and has known their father intimately for years before he gained the inheritance and left. And so what the picture is, for what I'm seeing right now, is that there are sons and daughters that even I'm preaching this message to right now that has known the Lord intimately, but yet has strayed away or even abandoned him, or even just went to their own desires and just say, whatever, I'm done with this. And I just want to encourage someone that is living this story right now that there is still hope for you. You're not too far gone. Despite the temptations, despite the failures, despite the pits that you drew yourself in, you still have hope. And I'll be honest with you, because a lot of people, they don't preach from this side because they want to see as a Christian being perfect. But I'll be the first one to say, I am not perfect. There has been times that I have known the Lord the last 5 years. I can guarantee you the last 5 years I have been following the Lord wholeheartedly, but yet I was a prodigal the last 5 years. There has been seasons where I have left the Lord in the last 5 years. Even last year, no one knew besides close people probably, but I literally, I would tell God how angry I was at him and how I did not want anything to do with him and I was frustrated with him. And no one shares this stuff. And if I'm getting so passionate right now because there are literally people that feel like this is not a story that's usually spoken about, but there are prodigal sons and daughters that have met God and God is calling them back home. And I will be the first to be so vulnerable and say, I was that. And so I know there's hope for you too. I felt like I was too far gone. I felt like I was a failure. I felt like there was no way God was going to want me back after I knew him intimately and left him and fell into sin and forsook him and even gotten hatred towards him. And I just want to share this, that whoever is that person that has abandoned the Lord and but at one time has knew him, you can be a prodigal daughter and son. There is still hope for you. You're not too far gone. The Lord loves you exactly where you're at. See, the thing is, I think people tend to depict the Lord as just a justice and righteous and angry God, and that is not all who he is. He is a loving, gracious, merciful God. He's a God that loves you when no one else will love you. He loved me when I was unlovable. He loved me when I treated people horribly, when I went through seasons that were just disgusting. He loved me, and so I know he loves you, and he still calls you higher. He loves your filth. Like, he literally will embrace you because that's the picture of the Father. He embraces the filthiness of you. He doesn't look at you with disgust. He's looking at you through the eyes of, hey, that's my daughter, that's my son. And so I just want to encourage you that if you have the wrong picture of the Lord, I pray that sets you free and that you run into the Father's arms, because he is wanting to have a homecoming and celebration of his daughter and his son back at home. He has a feast, a table prepared for you. He has not left you. He has not forsaken you. He does not say, I don't want you. But he looks at you and say, I chose you. I chose you and you're still my child. And he will never change his view on you.